What's up guys, this is Ashwin. Today I'm going to be installing a head unit for my BMW 1 Series, specifically the Teyes CC3. So this is the latest unit from this company, the CC3, just came out recently. It has 6 GB of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, which is the priciest option, the one with this is the highest spec, the 6 GB. And I got this because I used to have one of the top units, the Avenue USA unit on my old 1 Series, and that had 1 GB of RAM because that was the first gen version for that car, and I had to get that because of iDrive. But since this car has no iDrive, I can use this head unit instead of that one, because there's a lot of issues with that one. Specifically, it overheats because it's right on your dash, so the heat comes down and it heats up and then it slows down. So like CarPlay would always freeze up on me, wireless CarPlay was even worse, so then I just resorted to Bluetooth most of the time, which kind of sucked because I got this whole last unit and I couldn't even use most of the features for it. I used MHD on it, but that's pretty much it. This one hopefully it's a lot better. It has a fan, so it will not overheat like the last one. And the 6 GB of RAM means that I shouldn't have to worry about slowdown when running MHD, CarPlay, whatever, simultaneously. So this is the base unit with iDrive, but I do have the premium package with the premium sound, the Logic 7 system to be specific. So this has like EQ control, I don't remember how to get there. Yeah, there's like EQ control and all that, but I want a backup camera because I was used to that in the old car, and you know, for reverse parking it's pretty useful. And I also want CarPlay, so I don't have to. I used to have a phone mount right here. I mean, not used to, that's what I've been doing since the time I got this car. But yeah, I wanted to put this head unit in, so let's just get started. Alright, just to make things easier, I'm gonna pop this trim off. It's super tight on this car because the owner before me never took it off probably. And I took off the old one once just to put on this carbon trim that I got from the other car. Oh, there we go. And this broke off again, which is fine. I glued it before. So I unplugged both of the connectors on the back of the climate control, which it would be like this, and there's a button right here. Click that, you can slide this tab all the way down and you can pull it out. So I will have to remove both of these controls off of this to move it to the new shield, which I did not show. So this is the new surround. Climate control goes here, heater control goes underneath, which is pretty smart to be honest. And yeah, it'll just come up just like that. It's 2 Phillips for the 2 screws here, so I'm just gonna go get those. Now this unit should slide out. Perfect. I don't want to disconnect it while it's still powered on like this. So I'm just gonna wait until it powers off and come back. Alright, so I just locked the car and came back just to disconnect this. And now there are... So there's one big connector here, and then there's the radio one right here. So I'm going to take the radio off first. Oh no, you push it down and pull out. So, and then this one, it's the same as the iDrive. Okay, so there's like a latch clip thing behind the big latch, so once you get that off, the big latch will come off and the whole thing will slide off. That's it, that's the old unit out, simple as that. Alright, so the new unit comes with a lot of cables, like I was surprised, and it kind of shook me to be honest because I didn't know what anything was, but I did some research. So this cable with this connector, this is for the radio, so this side goes into the connector that we took off the other radio, this black one right here. So I'm just gonna connect this one up. So that's so you can retain your radio. Leave this to the side. That's climate, and this is the big one. So this is what the big one connects to. This is the canvas box that allows you to, it automatically detects when you're in reverse. It'll bring out the backup camera, use your steering wheel control, stuff like that. It says E90X1, but as most of you would know, the E82 is basically a small 3 Series. It's like 80% 3 Series parts, E90 parts. So anyways, so this part goes into the big part, and there's a few other connectors that go into the head unit. So I'm just gonna get those connected up. I mean, not those connected up, I'm just gonna get this big one connected up right now. Alright, so this is 2 days later. Basically, I found out, well, I didn't find out because I knew this, but I didn't think about it. The Logic 7 system that I have in the car uses fiber optics to send the sound to the back. I knew that, but I didn't think about it because I thought it accepted fiber optic for some reason, but it doesn't. So I had to get this converter. It's a MOST fiber optic, so it takes it in on this side, the fiber optic output. I mean, no, not output. It takes the fiber optic input. No, okay. It takes the fiber optic, okay. So the head unit outputs in RCA. So there's left and right. And then on the box, there's also an output for the fiber optic to send it back to the amp in the trunk. So I bought this, it was like $150 Canadian, which is kind of annoying because I didn't know I needed this. And then there's these 3 wires here. I need to splice this into the harness that came with the new head unit. So that's the update. So let's get to it now. From this socket right here, the main one that has like the big thing and everything. So you can look like here. So this is the view from the diagram, okay? That is flipped. So the black, number 1, that's ground. So you connect that to ground. The yellow is number G2. So G1 is the black one, G2 is the yellow one, which is the 12 volt. And then the one beside the black, the red one, that's the accessory power, G3. So that's where you put the red wire from the thing. I misspoke earlier. So from, where is it? From this box, the converter box, yellow is 12 volt, red is accessory, black is ground. Alright, now we're back finally. So, radio cable's connected. Now we have this whole wire to connect now. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta disconnect the fiber optic line from this side, which I don't remember how I did before. Get my pick. So you put your pick in, and you pull out these 2 wires. I don't know if you can see that, right here. This is the fiber optic line, this is the output from the converter box. So you remove that from the big one, there's a clip, I'll put a picture up, close up after. Or maybe, I don't know. And this connects to this box. You just pop this out. And I think you just put this in here. So you pop out gray piece, throw that out, you don't need that. Now you take the fiber optic, it looks to be directional. Yep, so this is the top. Yep, so that clicks in like that, and then this goes straight into this box. Yeah, you press it, okay. Unlock it open. And you just gotta line this up, so this goes like this. That's that. So now, Man, there's so many cables, and there's gonna be more. Okay, so I routed the SIM card, external SIM card thing into the glove box. You have to stick your hand in here. It's a pain, but you can do it. You can feel there's little like tabs at the top. You can pull one up and then drop stuff in there. And yeah, I need to put the USBs through. My head unit on the Avon had 2 USBs. This one has 3. It's pretty nice. Upgrades, people, upgrades. So I got 3 USB cables. It's pretty easy to find out which one's there. Now I'm just gonna route them through. It's gonna be dark, so I'll come back when I get them through. So the trick to getting the wires to the glove box is to pull it through the hole with the wire rather than the actual port. So that when you pull the wire, it will naturally just bring the port in alignment with the hole, so pull through. Like you cannot, there's no room for your hand. Like you can see there's like freaking marks on my hand because there's no room to actually like turn it up. Alright, now it's time for the 3 antennas. I got GPS antenna here, and then the Wi-Fi and the SIM card data plan one are both look the same. There's these long ones. This one says 5G, so I'm guessing this is the Wi-Fi one and this is the SIM card one. Yeah, so I'm gonna run these through and try to get into the fuse box area because I can get it from the fuse box area up into the A-pillar and that part. So I'll just do that now. Okay, so basically I decided that I'm gonna remove, you can't really see, but there's an under tray right here. I believe 2 T20s right there, and then a push pin type thing over there. So once you remove that, you have access to the fuse box area. And yeah, and you also have access to here. So you can just run the wire through there and tuck it up after and then put the cover back on. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna put the 3 GPSs and I'm gonna put the camera wang as well, so I don't need to open it back up just to connect the camera. Oh my god, that noise is so annoying. Okay, so basically right now, the dilemma is, I put it into reverse, right? This is working, but this is the camera that came with the actual unit. I bought a different camera. This one right here, which goes into a trunk release because the one that comes with it is just this regular one, so I wanted something that looks more integrated. So I got this one, but this one doesn't work. And I tried, so there's an if you read this here, there's an AHD mode, that's what this head unit supports, that's what this supports, and that's the 1080p signal. But this is not working on this. So they say that if you cut this white wire here, that it will work in CVBS mode, and this will work with any head unit, but this mode doesn't work either. Both mode doesn't work. So I'm guessing that this camera is faulty. But that's not a thing with the head unit, so that's a separate thing. So I'm just gonna continue on, and yeah, because I know that the wiring is not faulty because this one's working. So it's just something to do with this. But that's the update right now. So now I think I'm just gonna button up everything else in the car. All right, so I'm gonna disconnect this unit now. I don't know. Oh, it's not. I don't want to disconnect it like this, but okay, nothing should go wrong if I just disconnect it like this. Hopefully. They're done. And it's cold right now. These pinch things, when it's cold, it's the worst. Why do people, like when they want to turn their car around, you know, when they like park on a random person's driveway, why do they do that when there's a garage door open at the house? This has happened to me like 4 times this week where I'm working on the car, the garage door is open, and people will come onto our driveway to reverse their car when every other driveway is open with nobody there. Because in my mind, if there's a garage door open, that means you're expecting someone. They want to come to your house because it's open and they're still coming on your driveway. That means that they're coming to your house, right? So why don't they just go on a driveway when no one's there? Because then it's not going to be like, oh, is someone coming to our house today? Like what? That's my rant. Man, I spend the most time trying to get the right angles here. Okay, so there's these things. I think you have to push them in, and they somehow come out. One of them broke already. That's why it's loose here. Okay, yeah, a pick makes this 1,000,000% easier. So instead of trying to push these down, just pull this part up. This one's the same thing. There we go. Trash this, I'm joking. If I ever want to put it back on, I need it. Seating controls do not fit on this enclosure. The hole is too small. So what I did, because this is only specific to me, because I don't think anyone else will have this, it will be in my position, but I have my old climate controls from my old car, which had the heated seats integrated into the actual thing. Unlike the one that came from this specific car, it doesn't have that, it has a separate controls. Now, these ones are in much better condition than this one, as you can tell. The button is faded, there's like some chips, and it's just, overall, it's in bad condition. Because the previous owner from this car did not treat the car well. The previous owner from this car treated the car really well, so, you know, that's the difference you get right there. So, I might try to switch some of the controls over, like the actual like covers for the buttons. But other than that, I can't really do anything. The other option, if I really want to, is I'll make the hole bigger at the bottom. I might end up doing that, but I'm not gonna do that yet, because I'm contacting the seller to see if there's any resolution that they can do. So that's the update. So basically, what you got to do is trim this whole plastic piece up to the flat part. I believe that should be enough, because that's what's hitting on the side right now, because it's like the hole tapers. So since this was higher up before and it's going all the way to the bottom, it's a lot smaller, so you have to cut these. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Safety is #1 priority. Okay, so I got the plastic piece out. I mean, not the plastic, the metal piece out. So now it's just all plastic. Okay, so now you can see completely flat on both sides. I think I did a little better job on the first side, but you're not even going to see that part, so you're going to be good with that, I'm pretty sure. If I'm going to cut more, then I'll cut to right here where I'm cutting more, but if it fits, we'll be back on the car. Now I'm just going to screw the supports back in, and basically, I don't know if I showed this, but I put in, oh yeah, I did show it, so it's fine. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't know if I showed it. I put my old climate controls from my 2010 car, because the 2010s have the heater controls integrated into the main unit instead of having a separate one for it. Not sure why it is that way. This whole video has been a mess, to be honest. Just dealing with different things after different things after different things, but that's how it be sometimes. Okay, I'm hoping this angle is a little bit better than the last one. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just gonna connect this up quickly and be back. I'm gonna do the climate first, because I didn't do that last time and it was a mess. So make sure you do climate first. And I'm gonna do it from left to right on the back. So first is the radio, which is the big fat one. This boy right here. radio. Then I'm going to do the 3 antennas, GPS, Wi-Fi, and cellular. Then it goes backup camera. Backup camera, a 2-port USB. Then it's single port USB, which is these things are so annoying. Okay, this is a single USB. And then I believe it is the CAN bus, which is the one with 3 white wires, or two white wires, which is connected to that box that came with the unit. And then underneath that it is, where is it? The A, which is the one that I had 2 of, which I explained earlier. I'm using the one that's already connected to the harness because I guess that's required. I don't know. And after that, it's just power, and then put everything back in. Yep. And oh, did I disconnect? Oh yeah, this got disconnected. This is from the Logic 7 converter box to front right and front left. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do stereo. If I can, I'll include that in the video later, but hopefully this fits now. Oh. Guess this is it. Yeah. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I don't have a clip on this side, so it's jutting out a little bit, but feels like it's good everywhere else. I removed these. You don't really have to. I thought it would help if I removed. I don't know if you can see it, but yep. I need to super glue this other piece because I've done it before. This is not from this car, it's from my previous car because I wrapped it with carbon fiber. This piece was broken when I got the car, but it was still like locked in here, so I was able to retrieve it and glue it. But every time I remove it, the super glue breaks. But while it's there, it holds it down, so it does its purpose. But yeah, I'm just gonna glue it and come back. Alright guys, I decided to split the video into 2 parts just because this video is already getting way too long, 26 minutes just for the install. So I'm going to put the first impressions into my review video that's coming out 2 videos after this video. I'm going to be having the SOS fix after I installed this unit. I had an SOS error, so I'll show you how to code that out. Second one, I install a CarPlay adapter just so I can add CarPlay to this unit. And then after that will be the final impressions and review. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I didn't enjoy the install with all the hiccups and everything, but it ended up being worth it. It's a pretty decent unit. But yeah, you'll have to wait until the review to see how I really feel. So anyways guys, thanks so much for watching.